Welcome to Giant Cocktails, a podcast where two lifelong fans talk about the San Francisco Giants while drinking homemade cocktails. Now, here are your hosts, Ben and Matthew Henry.
Welcome to the Giant Cocktails Midweek Review. I'm your host, Matthew, the Grand Slam Guru Henry, ready to dive into another round of baseball banter and cocktail concoctions. And with me, as always, is the unparalleled, the illustrious, the Sultan of Swing and Mixology himself, Ben, the Maestro of Martinis and Moonshots, Henry. Grab your gloves and your glasses, folks, because it's time to hit it out of the park with some spirited discussions. Let's play ball. How you doing, Ben, the Maestro of Martinis and Moonshots?
What's a moonshot? I don't like shots.
I'm assuming that's like a home run that's really, really far.
Oh, like, a moonshot. Yeah. Also, a moonshot is like a big, like, audacious project.
That's true.
Right.
Or maybe a shot of vodka and cream. I don't know. Just making that up.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
It doesn't. Sounds terrible.
No,
terrible.
No, I don't like shooters. Although I did present shooters once on the show. I had 7 shooters in a single episode to celebrate 107 wins.
That's right. I forgot why we had 7 shooters on a show, but that's right. Yeah,
that's why I did it for the 7 after 100 wins in that what seems now like an alternate universe.
Because I believe that there was a bet involved that you would do a cocktail for every win over 100 because you didn't think they were going to get to 100 that year.
No, I think it was I was going to do a shot. I think it was that. Now it's coming back to me. I was going to do a shot, and so I did. I made a shot. And they were modeled after, we're getting way off field here, dude, but they were modeled after the colors of the National League West rivals. All of them.
That was genius. Yeah. All right. But anyway, we're not talking about that. What are you drinking today, Ben?
What am I drinking today? I am drinking a cocktail that I made up, and I'm going to tell you its name after I tell you its recipe.
Code, he hasn't actually figured out the name yet. That's...
Shh. It has a name. I'm just, it's named after, it's a surprise. It's a trivia question.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I interrupted. Go ahead. What's in it?
The trivia question is, what is the name of this cocktail?
All right. You tell me what's in it and I'll tell you the name.
And you will find out at the end of the cocktail. But it has 1 ounce of white rum, 1/2 ounce of Passionfruit liqueur, 1/2 ounce of Apricot liqueur, and 2 ounces of pineapple juice. You box all of that together. That means to like pour it back and forth between 2 vessels. You put that into a highball glass filled to the top with ice, and then you top that with club soda, but I wouldn't judge you if you topped it with some sparkling wine. And that is how you make the Aren't You Glad It's Summer? Aren't you glad?
I think it should be Orange You Glad.
Oh,
don't you? It's
yeah, it is
nice
kind of orange.
color.
Yeah. It's Orange You Glad for baseball. Orange You Glad for the Giants. Orange You Glad for Hayden Birdsong.
All right. Ask for it by name, folks.
It's going to be one of those.
All right, look into the show notes to see what Ben decided at the end of this episode.
The official name is Aren't You Glad Ellipsis.
All right, ellipsis. I like it.
Aren't You Glad Ellipsis.
All right. Well, I am drinking today a cocktail that I made called Heartfelt Confession for reasons only I know about. So, Too bad. But that's what I'm calling it. And it is 1.5 ounces of London dry gin, a 1/2 ounce of yellow chartreuse, a 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, and 2 dashes of cherry bitters. You are going to prepare, you put all those into a cocktail shaker with ice. And then while that's there, you're going to prepare a chilled coupe glass with an absinthe rinse. I like to spray the absinthe with an atomizer over the top. And then you're going to shake your ingredients with the ice until they're well chilled. Double strain that into your prepared coupe glass with the absinthe. And there you got it. A Heartfelt Confession. It's sweet with a cherry finish. Very tasty. If you don't have yellow chartreuse, which I imagine many of you don't, maybe try some Saint Germain. Now, that might be a good substitute there. I think that would work just well. But that's what I'm drinking, Ben. A Heartfelt Confession.
Thank you, Matthew. Just to let everybody know, Matthew will be serving his time over the winter, so therefore will not miss any critical episodes of Giant Cocktails due to his Heartfelt Confession.
That's right. There's a such thing as house arrest.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
All right. Well, Ben, what are we talking about today? We've only had 2 games since the last time we spoke, but we're going to make do. We're going to talk about some odds and ends, some things that may be a little bit about the Braves series, but also some just other things that might be worth talking about. Then we're going to look ahead to the second half of the season. And I know it's beyond the second half right now, but we're still in second half mode. We're in halfway mode because, frankly, the Giants need all the time that they can get. So we're going to talk about that. And then, of course, some lightning round topics. Today, Ben, is Wednesday, July 3rd, as we record this podcast, one day before the celebration of our nation's birth. May you all drink responsibly and come away with all of your fingers. The Giants are 42-45 because they happened to hit homeostasis after the first game of the Braves series, and then, of course, had to drop below that because there's just no way they're going to get above 2 games below 500. As we record, the Giants are 1-1 against the Cubs. It's not the Cubs. It is the Braves. I'm sorry. I had Cubs written here, and not the case. So the Giants are 1-1 against the Braves. And with a third game left to play on our nation's birthday, we will see if the Giants can win another series because they've actually won a couple in a row. And this would be their 3rd consecutive series win if they can pull it off on the old July 4th holiday. All right. Got through that somehow. I might be also good to tell you that I'm into my 3rd cocktail at this point.
Yeah.
I've been celebrating. I'm on vacation, man. I'm on vacation. I don't not working.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time with someone special, and some of that is involving alcohol. So go sue me. Anyway, Ben, odds and ends going forward. The Braves series.
Right.
I think we have a solution to our starting pitching problem. And that solution, Ben, is named Hayden Birdsong.
Oh, I thought you were going to say days off.
Oh, that would be good too. That would be good too. And I don't know if he's the solution, but he's part of the solution.
He's part of the solution.
That.
Well, you know what, Matthew? He's a starting pitcher. And the Giants only have 3 of those right now. And so I would say, yeah, you're right. That is part of the solution. It also helps when they pitch reasonably well, which he has done now for his 2nd consecutive start in a row. And I got to tell you, as I say constantly, I often like to watch the Giants games from the alternate view. And the broadcasters were a little bit hopeful that they would get after the rookie and score some runs against him. They were hopeful before the game started. They were really hopeful after the 2 home runs and then the almost home run that followed that were back to back to back. They thought, oh, we got him. We got him. But nope. Nuh-uh. Because he settled down and ended up securing the win. Bo letting him finish the 5th inning because Bo knows what he's doing.
Well, he only had 87 pitches, so this is a guy that's thrown well into the 90s. So strictly about pitch count, and he was more efficient during his second start than he was during his first.
He was by like 10 pitches.
Yeah, not a whole lot, but you'd like to see him get into the 6th or the 7th. But hey, we'll take 5 innings right now, won't we?
We will. We will, and that's why that was especially relieving to see. And I mean, not only that, I mean, he was facing a really good starter on the opposite side of the field, and a guy who people are talking about a potential All-Star game starter in Reynaldo Lopez. And so this was a tough assignment, right, for Birdsong. This was a tough guy to go up against. And I think he acquitted himself quite well and did exactly what the Giants needed to do, kept him in the game, and then allowed that offense to grind that guy down and then finally strike back with some back-to-back home runs of their own.
Did you know that Jorge Soler used to be an Atlanta Brave?
I think I did. I did know that.
You might have missed it because it was only for 55 games.
Yeah, but I think those 55 games were pretty important.
Yeah, and they were pretty impressive.
Yeah, they were pretty.
Did you know that he hit more home runs in 55 games than he has for the Giants this year?
I didn't know how you were going to finish that sentence, but I was totally ready to say, I don't know, but there's more than he's hit for the Giants. I'm not shocked, Matthew. I'm not shocked.
No, he hit 14 home runs in 55 games for the Atlanta Braves. Yeah, he has hit 10 home runs in 73 games.
He's played more games for the Giants than he did for the Braves.
Exactly. Yes, and yet he is an all-time Brave.
He is an all-time Brave. Yeah, he's a forever Brave. For sure.
He is. He will never have to buy a drink in Atlanta.
Well, right.
Because that happens when you're the World Series MVP.
That's right. That's right. And apparently he also hit some magical home run, which the Braves broadcasters were calling like one of the 3 best Braves home runs of all time.
Wow.
And and they did note that it was especially sweet because it was against the Astros. And I got to tell you, everybody hates the Astros, man.
Everybody hates the Astros.
Everybody hates the Astros. I just don't. I mean, I get it. I understand why. But like that has so nothing to do with me and the Giants at the time that like I just really don't care. And quite frankly, I love the Astros.
They beat the Dodgers.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you beat the Dodgers and the Dodgers think they got robbed? I mean, the Dodgers always think they got robbed.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there is no fandom out there that believes they have been cheated more than the Los Angeles Dodgers fandom. They just get them started about Bobby Thompson, the shot heard around the world. They just start going on and on about signs and lights in the outfield and just alien invasions. It's just, Dodger fans are crazy. Just the Dodger fans are just bizarre.
All right. So the last thing I'll say about the Braves series is the Giants have a chance to take another series against another highly ranked team in the National League.
That's right.
So the third best team in the National League, we could beat them, and that would mean absolutely nothing.
It would. You're right. It wouldn't. It would mean nothing. It doesn't matter who you beat, Matthew. It just matters that you get wins, and I think that's the most important thing. It would matter that they're winning their 4th series in a row. Yeah, and get the wins no matter who they're against. So agreed. But still, like at least you can beat the good teams, I guess.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right. Well, and so to this week, Yaz came back from the disabled list, and they optioned Landon Roop to make room for Yaz. So now they only have 12 pitchers on the. They were maxed out on their pitchers. Yep, but that got me thinking that Austin Slater and Yaz. So we have our full outfield for the first time in a while, right? We've got Matos Ramos, and then of course, then we have Conforto, Yaz, and Slater. And it got me thinking, next year, Ben, could we see our starting outfielder being Ramos, Matos, and Lee, with Yaz maybe in that 4th outfield spot? Because we know that Slater and Conforto are probably going to be gone.
I think it's
at least I hope they are.
I mean, I just don't think the Giants can bring back Conforto or Slater, because they just can't handle the heat. You know what I mean? They can't handle that heat. They don't want that kind of hatred. Let's not sign players that the fan base doesn't like.
Correct.
And so I think that's the team that's the ones you pencil in. I think it'll be interesting to see who plays where, but I guess I think Matos in left, Ramos in right field in Oracle, and Lee in center is how it will go. It'll be interesting to see if Wade Meckler resurfaces and maybe becomes an outside shot at getting
the
at least
fifth outfield spot.
Yeah. So or do they go out and try to sign somebody and then maybe supplant Matos and make him a bench player, or still hanging around in AAA trying to break through? So I think it's a good question. Good question.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Got me thinking. I don't know either. And I say fifth outfielder spot. They don't have 5 outfielder spots because Jorge Soler is technically an outfielder. So, all right. And then, so the National League, the American League National League of All-Star starters were announced today, Ben.
That's right.
Not one of them was a San Francisco Giant.
I'm shocking. I'm shocked.
Shocking.
I am angry.
I am writing my congressman as we speak.
I am angry that the Giants don't have anybody who's good enough to be an all-star starter. That is what I am angry about. Yeah, I no surprises here.
Yeah, no. And so it begs, we've talked about this a little bit before. I think our all-star watch still maybe Logan Webb and or Ramos, and not and.
No,
right?
it's not and I don't think it's going to be Ramos.
There's too many good outfilders ahead of him.
Right.
That
right.
I just that are household names or that people.
There's too many good guys. It's just I just think it's too much, too big of a hill to climb. Webb is the obvious choice. He is one of the elite pitchers in baseball. He does a lot of things well. The Giants get one. It's an easy no-brainer. It's gonna be Logan Webb.
I agree, and he deserves it. I mean, he hasn't been an all-star yet,
agreed.
And does think he deserves it. Speaking of starting pitching, though, Ben, it's time to look ahead. And really, starting pitching, we've got 3 starters on our active roster, but we have a lot more maybe on the way.
Right. So when you say, Matthew, looking ahead, do you mean we're like looking ahead to the rest of the season now? Kind of like
to the rest of the season.
This is a second half review.
This is a second half look. Let's look ahead and think about the possibilities for the next 75 games or whatever it is. So so let's start with our starting pitching.
Yeah.
The Blake Snell and Robbie Ray started rehab starts.
Yeah, Blake Snell had his second one today.
How did he do?
I think I saw Alex Pavlovich say he pitched 3 scoreless innings and gave up no hits and 3 strikeouts.
Who was it against? Was it against the A?
Whoever Reno is.
Single A team?
No, it was a AAA team. It's whoever the Reno Aces. I don't know who they are. Is that the A's?
Sounds like it might be.
The game is still going on, and the Reno Aces are winning. This is such a minor league score. The Reno Aces are winning in the bottom of the 7th in Sacramento by a score of 7-0 on 5 hits. They scored all 7 runs in the 6th inning. So not against Blake Snell.
Okay.
Snell went. Oh my goodness! Okay. Snell went 5 innings, no hits, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts.
All right, he's done. He's coming back. He'll be back next week.
No.
He'll be back in Cleveland.
No,
against Cleveland.
I mean, he
starting.
probably will be, but no. Every time this is what's happened, every time you have said that, Matthew, and you have been wrong. The reason Blake Snell has sucked this year is because you have been pushing him too hard.
Okay, I've been pushing it too hard. All right. But hey, how can you do better than that? Like maybe no hits over 5 innings? I don't know.
No, that was no hits. He walked a guy, though.
The Reno Aces are the AAA affiliate of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Oh, okay. I feel better about that. I was worried it was the A's. I don't know who the A's are, but don't really care. But okay, yeah, all right, cool.
All right. So we got those guys maybe coming back in the next the next month for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Snell probably sooner.
Well,
Ray,
Robbie
maybe
Ray,
after
like
the All-Star
right
break.
after the All-Star break is what people are saying right now.
And then Kyle Harrison, who is coming back from his weightlifting fiasco. His ankle is maybe getting stronger and ready to. I imagine he's throwing bullpens, right?
Yeah.
So not quite at the rehab start.
He's a little bit behind. It
stage.
sounds like he's the furthest behind, actually.
Which is kind of weird because it's an ankle, dude. Suck it up.
Exactly. I mean, just put a bunch of tape around it.
That's right. Rub some dirt on it. Let's go, man. One thing I do want to point out, though, Ben, is that we're looking to see if the Giants can be better going forward, right? And
right. That was the point of the looking ahead segment.
The looking ahead part, and really,
I know that you're on 3 cocktails, but yes,
really, the starting pitching has been the problem, and it feels like we're going to get some relief in that area. No pun intended. But I wanted to point out is that the problem hasn't been necessarily the offense.
What are you talking about?
The offense is not that offensive.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
I mean, they're not that offensive.
What do you? Oh, you mean offensive, like how people tell me I'm offensive? Oh,
correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
oh, I see what you. Wow, look at you with the wordplay. Very nice. Oh, they're not
Jason
very offensive.
Here I am, man.
Wow,
all right.
Look at that. I agree,
so
Matthew.
I thought we should go over some stats to maybe
let's do
illustrate.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's break out the stats.
How good the Giants are, because
how good they are?
Just nationally. Let's focus on the National League.
The National League,
how they are ranked. There are 15 teams, Ben, in the National League, and 15. So you want to be in the upper part to be considered a good team. Okay,
that's right. So number 8 would be median. 8 would be in the middle.
That's right.
And 7 would be above, and 9 would be below. Got it.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Okay.
And I figued we'd start with batting average.
Let's
Everybody
do it.
knows that.
Batting average, the classic stat.
So
classic.
Where are the Giants? You think are on batting?
I think they're not very good. I think that they are below average. I'm going to go with 11th.
They're ranked 7th.
Oh wow, that's
yeah.
That's the
not
top.
bad.
That's top half. It's not good.
That's top half.
It's not good, but it's not bad. You're right.
Okay. So let's on base percentage.
Okay.
Let's do
on
that
base
one.
percentage. Yes.
Where do you think they are?
Lamont Wade Jr. is on the team. He missed a month, however. Jorge Soler gets on a lot when there's nobody on base. So I'm gonna go with. You know what? I'm gonna 6th.
That would be 7th.
Okay. Not as good as I had hoped, but also again not bad. Okay, got it.
Okay. All right. Let's look at slugging. Okay,
sure.
We're going down the line.
Yeah, let's do it. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So where would you guess that the Giants are ranked in slugging?
They suck at power hitting. Clearly, nobody's going to hit 30 home runs yet again. So I'm going to go with 10th.
Okay, you would think 7th, but no, they are 8th.
They're 8th. They're 8th, which, as we agreed, is median. so they are the definition of the middle of the National League when it comes to slugging percentage. Interesting. Okay.
All right. Fangraphs has a stat called weighted on base average.
Okay, yeah, I'm familiar.
Weighted on base average, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that's weighted for whatever.
Okay.
I don't know. Pitchers. I don't know. But they're ranked. What do you think they're ranked?
I don't understand this stat, so I'm going to say
there's a pattern here already that we've established. Maybe just guess one of those.
What it can't possibly be 7th again. So,
it is 7th. Thank you.
Oh,
all
okay,
right.
I got it. All right.
Okay, you're sensing a theme here, aren't you?
Do another one. Yeah,
all right. You're like trying to go 10th and there's a theme.
Yeah, I got it. I think I've cracked the code. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weighted runs created plus.
Don't know what it means.
Okay,
7th.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry, Ben.
What?
6th.
What? Oh
6th
my
in
God!
weighted runs created plus. They are way above average.
The way above average.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So last one.
Okay.
War.
War.
What do
Yeah.
you think that they're...
I feel like, are you, is it okay? Is it okay?
Just say it.
I'm going to, seventh.
Yeah! That's right.
Wow, Matthew, we're both right. The Giants are not offensive. They are neither
at least
good
they're
nor bad.
consistent, Ben. They are consistent across the board, no matter where you go.
So there
they
you
did
go.
not deviate between 6th and 8th, right? There was 1 6th, 1 8th, and the rest were all 7s.
That's right.
And that's just the Giants.
That's right.
Offense right there in a nutshell.
Well, and so here you go, folks. The Giants are not bad because of their offense. They're not good because of their offense. But they're also not bad because of their offense, which just means, like, yeah, if we can get these starting pitchers back, can reduce the run output of our opponents, get rid of the weakest links like the Nick Avilas and the Dalton Jeffries and the Luke Jacksons and and no more of that, then with our 7th best offense in the National League,
we could squeak into that 3rd wild card.
It's time for a lightning round.
All right, we gotta go because we were running behind here. Let's go.
That's whatever. I'm going to cut a bunch of that Brave stuff out. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Will the Giants be buyers or sellers at the trade deadline, Ben?
No. That's my answer. No.
I think that's classic answer. They're going to do a little buying and a little selling.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna Farhan likes to nibble at the edges. I think there's going to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that. There'll be a clearing of a 40-man spot here and maybe an improvement of the back end of the bullpen there. That's probably what we're going to get, mainly because the prices are going to be so high that
that's right. That's fine. And we only want him nibbling at the edges because, quite frankly, all that's available out there is a bunch of pizza crusts, and all you want to do is just nibble off that little bit of pepperoni, maybe get a little bit of that pineapple on whatever that was. Pineapple and whatever, avoid the anchovies, like that's, let's, yes. So that's my answer. No.
Canadian bacon is the answer to
the pineapple?
With
okay,
the pineapple.
Got it. Well, if you find a little bit of that on there too, bite some of that off as well.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yes, Matthew. Okay, since that means they might be in the playoff mix. Will the Giants make the playoffs?
Hell no. I mean, yes. Yes, they're going to make the playoffs. Of course they're going to make the playoffs. They've got a great shot at it, Ben. They're just need a little bit of a push. They're going to make the playoffs.
Oh, man. September is going to be a month, huh? It's going to be a month. Like, whatever happens in September for the Giants, it's going to be a doozy. It's gonna generate a lot of stories. I hope all the baseball writers are getting ready for September. All right, Matthew. Well, then that brings up this next question. Oh, okay, are you gonna ask me this one?
I am going to ask you because you talk about stories. One of the big stories towards the end of the season, if the Giants don't make the playoffs, will Farhan Zaidi keep his job?
Of course he will. Of course he will. This is a man.
Why are we even asking this question?
This is a man who lands on his feet. He is bulletproof. Farhan Zaidi is bulletproof. If the Giants don't make the playoffs, he'll be like, yeah, but how about that Elliot Ramos and all the pitching injuries? We couldn't have foreseen that. And
Jung Hoo Lee got hurt.
Blah, 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 blah. I deserve 2 more years. And so, yes, we will absolutely have 2 more years of Farhan Zaidi, no matter what. Farhan Zaidi keeps his job. Yes.
Agreed. There's no other argument for that. Absolutely.
It's time for a lightning round.
Wait, what?
We're already in the middle of a lightning round, Bob.
Bob, that's not possible.
Oh, wait, maybe he meant it's time for a lightning round within a lightning round.
Ooh, lightning round in lightning round. Yes. Okay.
Okay, all right.
I like it.
So let's do the pitcher who can't be named lightning round.
Okay, the pitcher who cannot be named lightning round. We already used his name earlier in the session, but that's fine. That's fine.
All right,
we know who we're talking about. Yeah.
I'm like Harry Potter, man. I'll say it.
Okay.
But we can't say it. All right.
Okay.
All right. He's a second half guy, Ben. So will he win the Cy Young Award? I can't even say that without laughing.
That's my answer. We're making
people
fun
kept
of
saying he was a second half guy, though. I mean, everyone we got tweets at us. We got people saying that he was like a second half guy and that it was going to be all great.
Oh yeah, no, Matthew, you were the biggest idiot in the world for suggesting what if Blake Snell isn't good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what, Matthew? I agree. You still are an idiot, but there is no second half Cy Young run in Blake Snell this time.
No.
All right, Matthew.
I'll take a fifth starter, dude. For
that's
Snell
true.
at this point.
Like if he can win like half his games.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be gravy, I think. All right. Okay. So Matthew, since he's winning the Cy Young Award and he's going to have this great second half, that begs the question: is Blake Snell going to exercise his option at the end of the season?
No. All two of you who bought the Blake Snell jersey can wear it with pride for another year. Because he's not exercising his option. You thought his market was small after he won a Cy Young. Oh, when you miss half the season, you don't opt out of your contract. All right, Ben, what is the over-under for groin pools for the rest of the season? He's already had 2. Is it maybe 1? Another 2? What do you think?
Well, they usually do these things in half numbers, Matthew.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm going to go with 1.5.
That's a Vegas number.
I'm going to go with 1.5 more groin pulls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to vote the under, but the smart man would vote the over. I think, that's
the over. Yeah. I'm going, 2 more groin pulls in him. Because remember, he doesn't have to come back from the second one in order to win the bet.
That's true.
So it could happen on the last day of the season. So yeah, I'm going 1.5 is the over under. All right, Matthew. Well, on that note, do you think the pitcher to be named, to not be named, will ever miss spring training again?
Not a chance. He's going to be one of the early arrivals. He's going to be cleaning the clubhouse before the rest of the team comes. He's going to be there it's going to be like December, and he's going to be like, "Hey, you guys ready? You ready for me?" Because no way is he ever missing spring training again.
Yeah. Oh, well, we jest, we make fun, but you know what? The man has had 2 great starts this season. He was really good against a single A team, and he was really good against a triple A team. It's time to be halfway decent against major league teams, Blake. Come on, man. Let's go.
All right. Well, I think that wraps it up. Upcoming opponents, though, Ben. The Braves for one more, and then we're headed to Cleveland to play the Guardians, led by former Giants catcher Stephen Vogt.
Whoa!
The Guardians lead the American League Central with a 53-30 record. They are way over homeostasis, man. They are 23 games over 500. They got to lose 23 games in a row. They got to lose 27 games in a row just to get to the Giants level. All right, and then 174 players have played for both the formerly known as the Indians and the Guardians, and the Giants. Notable players to play for both teams: Matt Williams, George Kontos, and Dwayne Kuiper, all played for the Cleveland franchise.
And that's a wrap on the midweek review, folks. We will be back on Monday with the big show, where the cocktails will be stronger and the rants will be longer. If you can't wait that long to get your fix, feel free to reach out to us on the social medias. You can find us in Zuckland, a.k.a. Instagram and Threads, where we go by the username Giant Cocktails. You can also find us on the Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, and Mastodon at the same username. And don't forget, you can also listen to us on YouTube. So run over there to like, subscribe, and comment, and smash the like button and ring the gong. I don't know. I don't know how the YouTubers are too cool. I can't do that. But most importantly, be sure to leave us a positive review, like 5 stars positive, on your podcasting platform of choice, a.k.a. Apple Podcasts or Snootify. Matthew, you were inebriated today. Keep up the good work. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers, Ben. Bye, everybody.
You really want this show to be over, don't you?
So bad.
So all I have to do is when I say the word, we're done. I just gotta say that word. The
say it. Goodbye.
Say it.
Goodbye.
What?
Goodbye.
Huh?
Say it in another language. I don't care. Just say it.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to the Giant Cocktails Podcast. Until next time, bottoms up.
All right.
Ship it.
Yeah, hopefully you got enough good stuff there to...
Oh, it's plenty. It's plenty.
stuff.
I'm going to cut back most of the stuff we said about the Brave series, and then, because I felt like the show got better as it went on.
It did.
The show got better as you sobered up and I got drunker.
It's probably true. Oh, that's the magic. You being drunk, me being sober.
Yes, the magic.